So Cool Breeze Rider, once again, going through the mountains. You probably recognize that MaxRisk crashed right here. Backer got distracted by these people. Uh-oh. Everyone's going to be having fun. So Cool Breeze Rider got a little distracted. Target fixation, Steve, Aiden, target fixation, SM, target fixation, Matthew, Josh, Matt. You guys are absolutely right. You look where you want to go. You look where you want to go. If you turn your head, your shoulders will turn that way. When your shoulders turn that way, your handlebars turn that way. So make sure you're not looking where you don't want to go. Look straight. Look around the corner. Give yourself a good space cushion. Plan your ride a little better. Locate. The only thing you need to be looking around for is potential hazards. You know you're on the road. You're knowing between the lines. Go straight. Go around the corner. Handle it. Very lucky. Nice little pucker factor there. All right. Bled Jan Nikolai. So the MaxRisk video is going to be right after this. Ooh. Uncommon thing, common situation. Great job on the braking. Did a good job. Did a red stage maneuver. Got himself out of there. Did very good. All right, so here we go. Bad Kitty's going to be showing us what is going on here. And we have MaxRisk coming out from the right. We're going to be passing up because we have an ego, and then we're going to pass on the right of this vehicle, and we got knocked out because the vehicle did not anticipate that. We're going to go ahead and hit the guardrail. The guardrail is not going to move, and we're just going to go ahead and wrap ourselves around it. His glove and his boots. Typically, those things fly off. Lots of momentum, lots of inertia going on.
Shit!
He is unconscious.
Oh, fuck!
More than likely a traumatic brain injury. Obviously, that's what's causing the unconscious part. His arm does not look good. He's got abrasions to his forehead. So remember, remain calm as best you can. I know this is a very, very high adrenaline moment. So Bad Kitty's doing the best she can. Doing the absolute best she can. And then this is the situation. Lots of resources to be used for MaxRisk. This is probably the 1,000th firefighter that has ever seen him after a crash, and the 14th helicopter ride he's ever taken this year. Do not like seeing people hurt, but you know what? After a while, I believe this is his brand, and we are just going to go ahead and go with it. I want you guys to understand that the main thing here is that we're trying to figure out what kind of injuries we have here, because we are hopefully rescuing riders. Let's get that off the board. Rescuing riders with our trauma kits, with our rescue pouches, rescue packs. We have everything in the store right here. It comes with a rescue card and a rescue booklet, so you know what you need to get and how to do it. So we have somebody here. Now, passing up on the right. Not a very good idea. I think it's just because we feel like doing it. But remember, as smart riders, we're not doing that ourselves. We recognize that this is a hazardous situation. He has a lot of skill, I'm going to give him that. And he's got a lot of gear. But he's not really teaching and mentoring anybody the right things, at least in my eyes. He could be teaching somebody something else. Now, the original video shows that this Mini Cooper was actually on the left side, probably saw MaxRisk trying to pass. He was assuming he was going to pass the correct way on the left, even though we have a double yellow. But MaxRisk decided to pass on the right side. Unsure why, maybe just couldn't move, didn't find a good escape path, but whatever it is, we're going to be moving through here. So he's going to start losing traction. It looks like he's applying the brakes quite a bit. It looks like he's about to do a low side, more like a high side at the end. And what's going to happen, he's going to hit the guardrail. Now, the guardrail is designed to stop vehicles, bigger vehicles, from crashing off the side of a mountain or off a bridge. Now, as a motorcyclist, we're just going to hit it and then wrap our own bodies, our flesh and blood, our sinew, our musculoskeletal system, our organs are just getting torn apart. Now, when I see something like this, my biggest concern actually is his aorta. Now, when you hit your spine or hit your back and you get one piece of your body moving one way, another piece of your body the other way, your ligaments and tendons and your organs start to separate and then try to come back. So you can have shearing forces doing that. And if that's your aorta, you bleed out in less than a minute. Okay, AAA, aortic aneurysm, is not a good thing. Not a good thing. You'll die. You'll die instantly. There's nothing you could do. Surgery won't help you. Nothing. You could literally be on the surgeon's table and break your aorta, just rip it apart, and they won't be able to do anything for you. So right here, we're going to go ahead and hit her face. Hit her face on these pieces of wood that are holding up the guardrail. Those things are at least like 45 to 100 pounds. They're really heavy. I had somebody, a construction worker, drop one on his foot and crush his foot. That was a lot of fun to help rescue him off the side of a bridge. So you notice real quick, nothing from the guardrails moved. Nothing from the guardrail moved. So that means he is going to be moving around these solid objects. So what happens when you haven't hit an immovable object?
Oh, fuck.
Go ahead and think about it. So right here, there's a lot of adrenaline. Remember to ensure your own safety, but it's kind of hard to remain calm. The main thing that you can do to help you remain calm is to call 911 immediately. Call 911 or point to someone to call 911 if you have somebody else there. If you have the most medical training, take care of the person. Somebody else can call 911. Now, here's the thing. Ensure your own safety. Look for hazards. We're on the roadway. We can get hit by other vehicles. If we get hurt and we get hit, we get damaged, we can't help somebody else out. Wear PPE in this situation. If I knew my friend or I knew who this person was, they didn't have any bloodborne pathogens, no HIV, no hepatitis. Hepatitis is the biggest one I'm worried about. Then, I wouldn't wear gloves, but typically I would. Stop major bleeds. We have direct pressure. We have a tourniquet and even packing the wound. Put some 4x4s and some roll gauze inside the wound to stop it. And then we're going to talk about quickly assessing the severity on this. It's a very terrible crash. Now, it looks like his arm is completely shattered or broken. I don't know. Everyone keeps telling me that this is an old video. Well, let me know in the chat what his injuries were, if he's ever explaining any of those injuries. But right there, what I see is a possible humerus fracture. It's going to be wrapped around his elbow, maybe an AC joint, which is your shoulder. It's going to be dislocated. Probably ripped every single tendon in there. He's not going to be able to play basketball or do bench press anymore. And they're going to have a lot of pain, a lot of rehab. Now, his left arm looks a little bit deformed, but that could just be the way he's laying. His helmet stayed on, so his retention system is doing fine. He has full leathers. Even though the leathers are there, it doesn't really matter. The impact, obviously, to his arm is going to cause a break. Impact absorption of the knees, hips, elbows, back, shoulders, everything. It doesn't really matter at this speed. So when you have full gear, everybody, it's not going to save you from everything. It's only going to save you from what it's designed for, which is to slide across the ground in MotoGP and hit a runoff. Here, it's not designed to protect you from hitting a guardrail at possibly 80 to 100 miles an hour. So he's unconscious. He's not talking. He has his own, I'm assuming, a Cardo Pactoc Bold. I don't know. We have our own here. Probably a Senna. Anyways, he's not answering anything, so now we got to call 911. Now, how long do you think it took for emergency medical services to get on scene, even with a helicopter? Okay, so all these people did not come in with the helicopter. So right now we have possibly these people in the Army fatigues and this person right here that came in on the helicopter. Everybody in these orange wildland firefighting shirts and jackets are from LA Fire, and more than likely they came in off a brush truck. This is highway patrol at that point. So these are very expensive things to pay for, especially if you're the cause of it. I don't know how insurance is paying for all this for him, or he's just in a massive amount of debt. I don't know. Maybe his fans are paying for it all. I don't know. So that looks like a ride-along person, unless that's somebody that came in to watch. She's not doing a single thing. She's just watching and helping pick up stuff. So this is a very dangerous, high mechanism injury. That's going to be something that I don't want any of these smart riders, any of the DDFM crew to do. MaxRisk, I hope you do better. I was going to say something specific, but just do better. Just do better. Sorry, Bad Kitty, that you had to witness that. I'm sure his fans, I'm sure Bad Kitty, I'm sure those that witnessed it are going to have some kind of anxiety disorder, possibly PTSD. It's never fun to see somebody crash, especially in first person. The amount of trauma that person's having, the amount of care that you have for somebody like that. I don't care. To me, it doesn't bother me because I've seen it so many times, but if I see it in person as somebody that's never really seen it, that's rough. So I'm hoping Bad Kitty's doing fine.